Alright everyone, Sean here, just doing a quick review of the week in WWE on Smackdown and Raw. Really feels like the road to WrestleMania, which I'm going to this year, as well as Kenny and Brian are too, at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Got the tickets, got the hotel, gonna be a sick weekend. It seems like the road to WrestleMania has really begun now. Raw and SmackDown, well, Raw especially was pretty bad for a while. SmackDown hasn't been that great, up and down. Decent, definitely the better show, but not spectacular. But both were very good this week. And we start with Raw quickly. Braun Strowman was in the WWE Championship match against Brock Lesnar Royal Rumble, but Braun goes nuts, going after Baron Corbin, flips Vince's limo, and is now out of the match. And he sets up a fatal four-way between John Cena, the aforementioned Baron Corbin, Mr. McIntyre from Scotland, and then, of course, Finn Balor. And that closed the show. But he set that up early, and we didn't see from Braun again the rest of the night. So, interesting now, Braun is out of the match. Is it because they want to put Balor over, or is it because his shoulder is not 100% and he's not confident he can go through a whole match with the biggest guy in the company right now? I think more likely that. I think more likely he shows up in the Royal Rumble. I hope he doesn't win it. I really don't hope he doesn't win it. Give him a title shot another time. He deserves it. He's, there every week. He's huge. He's a battler. He's beaten almost everybody on the card at least once. Give him another shot, fine. I don't know what he's going to do at WrestleMania. It's a little difficult to think that far ahead unless he's in a championship match. They might make it a fatal four-way or, three-way or something strange. But hopefully he's well enough by Elimination Chamber to be in the Elimination Chamber match. But, interesting with Strowman right now. But Brock versus a winner of a Fatal 4-Way is now what we're told is going to be the main event at Royal Rumble early in the show. Other things in the show were Sasha Banks teaming with Ronda, who she's fighting with in 2 weeks for the championship. We all know Sasha's not going to win. A, how does the match end is interesting, and B, how Sasha is able to do is interesting because they're at least bringing her back to life. Her and Bayley are probably going to win the Women's Tag Team Championships, which later in the night, Alexa, the beautiful Alexa Bliss in A Moment of Bliss, along with Mr. Heyman, announced that the Women's Tag Team Championships will be in an Elimination Chamber match. 6 tag team match. It's gonna be a crazy match. Who's gonna be in it and who's gonna be tagged with each other. But obviously, Sasha and Bayley are the big favorites to win. They're the first time ever to tag team championships. But Sasha, I think, will have a good match at Royal Rumble. Will be able to show that she can hang with Ronda. I just hope it's not, an armbar type of situation. I hope it's like an interference or maybe Becky comes out or something to make Sasha look good, and then Ronda doesn't have to end in every match with a tap out. Like that's a little much. Ronda's personality has gotten better, but a lot of her other parts are still not great. I just like Becky. I respect Charlotte. I like Sasha. I like Asuka. I like even Carmella's gotten better. It's just Ronda is the same thing all the time. So I don't dislike her. It's just a little boring. But so her and Ronda and Sasha won their match. And they had a face-off in the middle of the ring. Interesting little thing there, but hopefully that's a good match at the Royal Rumble. Also, on the evening, everyone going to Vince for the opportunity to be in that match, opportunities going forward, interesting things in the backstage area, some funny stuff. Nothing earth-shattering, but interesting stuff. Interesting Intercontinental Championship turn here. Bobby Lashley is now the Intercontinental Champion. Good match, probably his best performance since he's been back. He's a little spotty. He was in a rivalry with Elias, and I really like Elias. They fought a couple times. Leo Rush gets involved. If you were going to put Bobby Lashley over, fine, respectable, but have him do it on his own. To have this little guy, Leo Rush, have to help him. It's fine to have a manager. It's fine to have a guy interfere every once in a while, but if you're going to give him a championship, to have this guy interfered kind of ruined it a little, but interesting match. I don't know why they gave it to Dean so quickly just to take it away. I guess they'll have some type of rematch, but after Royal Rumble, I don't know where that's exactly going for WrestleMania. But It was a pretty good match, and it ended there on the spear by Bobby. Um, Also on Monday was, Finn had a fight, Jinder Mahal, to, after they got into an argument, and, Jinder said, why am I not in it? And he got to fight Finn Balor to get back into it, and Finn beat him, and Finn is back in to the match. Okay, that was fine, but finally we get to the main event of the evening, and it is the Fatal 4-Way. Good match, decent match, all the way through. I thought Finn would win. I thought that's the only way that makes it interesting on the Royal Rumble. He did. He gets a chance to get back the championship. He never lost. And this could be Finn goes over, and then what do you do with Brock at WrestleMania? Is it a 3-4-way match? I don't know. I really don't know what's going to do with the championship there. But I think Finn is going to go over. I think they want to give somebody else the title, want to make it fresh, want to make it interesting, want to be able to have, Finn versus Seth championship matches, or Finn versus even McIntyre. Interesting, new, different blood in the championship match. I think Kevin Owens is going to show up in the Royal Rumble match, and maybe he gets his hands back in there for an opportunity quickly down the road. So, interesting. Tonight on SmackDown, any show Becky Lynch is on is a great show, and she did some great stuff, funny in the beginning, in the back, with her car, and with drinking the crazy drink from Heavy Machinery, and in the ring just verbally blasting, with Asuka was fun. And then they both ended up having one-on-one matches against the Iconics. It's something about the Iconics. They're both athletic. They're both cute enough. They're both good at what they do. They're okay on the mic. They're annoying. I don't know. It's not that they're bad. It's not that they're great either. I don't think they can ever really get much more than they are, which is fine. But they have potential. I don't know what they could do there. But it just seemed like they're going to be on the same role their whole career. But, maybe make them the first tag team champions. Give them something. But that was interesting, the way that those two matches went. Andrade, Cien Almas is now Andrade. He came out and fought Rey Mysterio one-on-one in a 2-commercial, I think it was, or maybe even 3-commercial match. Good match. Zelina Vega looked amazing on the side. She's the best manager in the game right now, besides Heyman, but Zelina screaming, yelling, getting the ref's attention, looking amazingly hot on the side. That she's awesome. I can't wait to see her in person. She just has that fiery attitude, and hopefully they give her a couple spots in the Royal Rumble. She's athletic enough. She can be in there. Give her 10, 15, 20 minutes in the Rumble. Keep her in a corner or something, and then make her do a couple crazy moves. That'd be fun. And then also next week, going to do a full Royal Rumble preview, match-by-match, predictions. That'll be my next wrestling video. Unless Raw and SmackDown are amazing next week, and I'll do a little quick recap of next week's Raw and SmackDown too. But probably just mention what happens next week in a little preview of the Rumble. But also tonight, AJ Styles with the comeback in the out in the crowd, with the concession stands to Daniel Bryan. Then they battle. They get relish and mustard and ketchup all over the place. But AJ was fine tonight. AJ was good. And Daniel attacking was obviously expected, and it did what it did. The dumbest thing is what they're doing with Mandy Rose. She's a decent actress. She's a good wrestler, and she's beautiful. She really is, She has a thing with Naomi, fine, but to get Jimmy involved and leaving the key for him and notes, and it's weird. He's a married man, so either one of two things are going to happen, and both are uncomfortable as a viewer. One, he's going to go with Mandy, or the other is it's going to be a complete turn and Mandy's going to get beat down, and that's what happened. You're either going to make Jimmy a dirtbag, or you're just going to make this a one-night thing to build up a rivalry. Weird writing on that, but, anytime Naomi's in it is fine, and Mandy is talented, but it was just a little creepy. I don't know, it's a little weird there, but nothing too bad. The bar at the end of the show interrupting Shane and The Miz. I think Shane and The Miz are a fun tag team. Interesting. I don't know if they're going to beat them at the Rumble. Probably not, because I saw that in a commercial for an upcoming SmackDown in the area, they're going to fight again for the championship on a SmackDown upcoming. So maybe it's a rematch clause type of thing, and they do win it. I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. Eventually, The Miz and Shane will have a feud, and they'll have a couple fun matches because I think they can work off each other. But right now, it's just hilarious. Anything The Miz does, I like, and Shane is always fun, athletic, crazy. His dance moves, the music is fun. I've always liked Shane too, so it's an interesting tag team and it's fun, and I'm glad they went that direction. Both shows were very good. Rumble is getting interesting. The matches, not just the Rumble matches themselves, but the other matches are getting interesting and the build up for them. I don't think there'll be a heck of a lot of title changes. We'll probably talk more about that in the next video next week, but definitely growing the seeds. And if you don't listen to any of the podcasts on wrestling, there's a lot of them that are very good. State of Combat with Adam Silverstein and Brian Campbell is very good. I still listen to Peter Rosenberg's podcast. That's a fun one. And then of course I do like the Ringers wrestling podcast as well. So there's other ones out there. I couldn't waste my time listening to some of them, but some of them are interesting and fun and good listens. But they're going to get into more about what do you think the WrestleMania card will be probably very soon on all their shows, and they have kind of touched on it. Interesting ideas, but it's a fun time of year. Good week in Raw and SmackDown. Interesting 5 hours of programming this week, and hopefully they keep it up. But we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks. Please like this video, subscribe, share, follow to see more wrestling videos upcoming, and have a good night, YouTube.